Hi my dear students, welcome back to a new session. In the last class you already learned regarding gametogenesis and different fusion of gamete like isogamy, anisogamy, oogamy you had learned. The today topic is regarding sexuality in organisms. Sexuality in organisms as well as cell division during the gametogenesis. That is today content. Let's enter into the lesson sexuality in organisms. Generally during the sexual reproduction, gametes are involved. The fusion of the gametes which are coming from two different individuals, but it is not always true because some of the organisms are also able to perform self-fertilization. In case of self-fertilization, the gametes which are not coming from two individuals, the gametes are coming from only one single individual. So that's why which is not always true. Let's try the point. The first point here. During the sexual reproduction, gametes are involved or formed. The involved fusion of gametes generally coming from two different parents. Generally coming from two different parents, but which is not always true, but it is not always true. The reason is what? The reason is we know already some plants as well as animals, they are going to perform self-fertilization, right? So during the self-fertilization, the gametes which are coming from only one single parent, right? Next, so let's say for example in plants, the third point is in plants sexuality. So first focus on the flower. So generally in plant, flower is a sexual organ, right? In plants, flower is a sexual organ, right? The flowers we can divide into two types based on the sexuality. One is unisexual flower, one is bisexual flower. One is unisexual flower and one is bisexual flower. Right? Let's give the definition for unisexual flower. Right? What is unisexual flowers? Here the flower which is containing any one of the sexual organ, either male sexual organ or female sexual organ. We know that the male sexual organ is an androecium, the female sexual organ is called as a gynoecium. So in this case, either androecium or gynoecium, any one of the sexual organ is present. So that's why it is called as what? Unisexual flower. So if androecium is present, that flower we can call as staminate flower. If gynoecium is present, the flower we can call as pistillate flower. Right? Here these flowers are containing either male sexual organ, nothing but which? Androecium. If androecium is present, such flower we can call as staminate flower. Call as what? Staminate flower. Either male or female sexual organ. The female sexual organ is called as gynoecium. So such flower we can call as pistillate flower. We can call as what? Pistillate flower. Right, here the diagram is found, the staminate flower diagram. Here you can see only stamens are present, like only stamens, male flower, and female flower is containing here, this is ovary, ovaries consist ovules, like, so this is actually what? female flower. So this is actually sexuality of flower. Mono we can call as unisexual flowers. Second, bisexual flowers. Bisexual flowers. During these bisexual flowers, the flower which is containing male as well as female both are present in single flower, that we can call as bisexual flower. Both male androecium, female gynoecium both are present in single flower. So such flower we can call as what? Bisexual flower, and it is also called as complete flower. It is called as what? Complete flower, and these flowers we can call as incomplete. We can call as what? Incomplete flower, right? So here the diagram is what? Generally here style and stigma, ovary, and here anthers, androecium, right? This is a bisexual flower. Clear? Sure. Next, and here and again plants we can divide into two types based on the sexuality: monoecious species, dioecious species. Let's say first one is monoecious species. Monoecious species, sexuality of plant, monoecious species. In this case, actually here male flower as well as female flower both are present in single plant, either same branch or different branch. So that is called as what? Monoecious species. Here regarding the sexuality of the plant, here the sexuality of regarding flower, right? In this male flowers, male as well as female flowers, male flowers as well as female flowers both are present on single plant. Both are present on single plant. So if this type of sexuality, if you notice in a primary organisms, if monoecious condition you can notice in a primary organisms. If you notice monoecious in primary organisms, it is called as homothalism, homothalic condition. We can call as what? Homothalic condition, right? Next, so in this case the monoecious plant, the plant containing flowers, which are unisexual. The plant containing flowers are what? Unisexual. But the plant is bisexual. The plant is what? Bisexual. So at the last you can hear monoecious species as well as homothalic species or bisexual species. These all are considered same. We can call as monoecious species as well as homothalic species or bisexual. That show the bisexuality, right? Example is here. Example of monoecious plants like maize or mucor, like coconut, maize, mucor, coconut. So these all are coming from where? Monoecious species. Here, like for example, this is one plant. Here one branch is here. This branch is containing only style and stigma. So this is female flower, right? Here one more branch is there. So this branch is containing one flower. This branch one contain flower. It is containing only anthers. This is male. Flower is what? Unisexual flower. But plant is what? Monoecious or bisexual plant. So this is bisexual plant. Nothing but we can call as what? Monoecious species. Got the point? Next one is dioecious species. Dioecious species or dioecious plant. So the dioecious, you can see in this plant, male flower as well as female flower which are present on different plant. So the plant which plant is containing male flowers, that we can call as male plant, and which plant is containing female flowers, that we can call as female plant. So in this case, male as well as female, both flowers are present on different plants. Both are present on different plants. So if such condition, if you notice in primary plants, which are primary plants? Primary plants like as algae, it means thallophytes, as well as fungi also belong to thallophytes. In algae and fungi, such condition we can call as heterothallic condition. Heterothallic condition. The condition we can call as what? Heterothallic condition. Right? Dioecious plant, the flowers are what? The flowers are unisexual flowers. The flower is what? Strictly unisexual flower. But the plant also what? Unisexual. Plant also unisexual plant. Right? Here, dioecious spaces as well as heterothallic spaces we can call as unisexual spaces. We can call as what? Unisexual plant. Examples of dioecious plants are, for example, papaya, Wallisneria, date palm, as well as willow, and papaya, Wallisneria, date palm, willow. One of the gymnosperm is cycas. Gymnosperm is what? Cycas. So which all are example for what? Dioecious spaces. What is the meaning of literal meaning of monoecious and dioecious? Means mono means single. It means the literal meaning is single house. The meaning is what? Single house. The literal meaning of dioecious, di means two house, or it is separate house. One separate house for male, one separate house for female. So that is actual meaning of dioecious. Dioecious space is always unisexual and monoecious space is always bisexual. Right? So here the diagram is here. This is actually one cycas plant. Here it is containing cone, like which is female cones, and one more plant is there. Here also containing cones. It is male cones. So this is actually cycas. Cycas female plant, cycas male plant. Clear? So this is regarding monoecious as well as dioecious. Next, hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite, the word it is used for animal sexuality. So in this case, the species which is containing male as well as female sexual organs in within one individual, that is called as hermaphrodite. It is nothing but bisexuality. Right? The point is here, hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means it is nothing but bisexuality. It is nothing but what? Bisexuality. In this case, male sexual organs as well as female sexual organs both are present in one individual. So that condition we can call as hermaphrodite. Example, animals are what? Example, you know already, earthworm is the best example. Earthworm, leech, tapeworm, right? So these are the best example for what? Hermaphrodite. Next, sexuality in different organisms, sexual organs in different organisms. Let's start with the primary. First one is Chara, Chara. The Chara actually the plant, it is belong to chlorophytes, it is algae. Chara, it is belong to Thallophyta, it is one algae belong to chlorophytes. So in Chara, sexual organs are well differentiated. Sexual organs are well differentiated. The male sexual organs we can call as globule and female sexual organ is called as a nucleus. Both sexual organs are present on one single individual. Such condition we can call as monoecious species. Right? So here male sexual male sexual organ is called as globule and female sexual organ which is called as nucleus. Globule and nucleus. Both are present on single individual. So the diagram is given in the NCERT here which are arise from the node. Here this is spindle shaped organ. The spindle shaped organ we can call as what? Nucleus. Female. Right? And here globular, a round shaped structure we can notice. So this is actually what? Globule. It is male sexual organ. It is male sexual organ. So that condition we can call as what? So this is actually example for monoecious species. Right? So this is a sexuality in one important plant. The name is Chara, belong to Thallophyte. Next one species is there, that is Marchantia. That is Marchantia. You know already Marchantia is belong to bryophyte. It is also called as hepatic apsida member. Right? It is which one? Bryophyta. So in these organisms, here also be male sexual organs as well as female sexual organs are well differentiated. The organs we can name as antheridiophore as well as archegoniophore. Antheridiophore which is going to produce antherozoites, archegoniophore which is going to produce egg cells. Right? Male is called as antheridiophore. Female is called as archegoniophore. Male is called as antheridiophore, female is called as archegoniophore. Right? And here, so these both individuals which are present on different plants. So Marchantia is an example for dioecious species. Dioecious species. Marchantia is example for dioecious species. The diagram is given in the NCERT, like this is actually thallus. Right? Here sexual organs are. Like, so this is actually female sexual organ we can call as archegoniophore. So one more thallus is given, like one small thallus. So this is actually male antheridiophore. Right? Both sexual organs present on different thallus. So that is called as dioecious species. Second. And third one is equisetum. Third one is what? Equisetum. Equisetum is pteridophyte. Pteridophyte. So here the sexual organs we can call as macrosporophils as well as megasporophils. Here macrosporophil. The macrosporophil which is going to produce a macrospores which is equal to male. Next megasporophils which are going to produce female. One is macrospores, which are going to produce microspore, which are going to produce megaspore, which is act as male and which is act as female, right? Here we can call as, the diagram is look like as, this is actually macrospore. So the macrospore here, sporophyll means leaf which is containing microspores. These are microspore. So this is microsporophyll, right? So this is actually sexuality in a pteridophyte. So first you can see thallophyte, bryophyte, pteridophyte, next gymnosperms. So in gymnosperms, for example, which one is Cycas as well as Pinus. So these two plants are belong to gymnosperms. So generally in Cycas, the sexual organs we can call as cones. Sexual organs is called as cones. So we can call as male cones and as well as female cones. Male cones as well as female cones. So here the point you have to remind the gymnosperm. First one is what? Cycas. Cycas is an example for dioecious species. Cycas is an example for dioecious species. And second one is Pinus is an example for monoecious species. Right? Next generally here in inside one example is given sweet potato, which is belong to monocot, right, which is belong to monocot of angiosperm. So in this case you can see the flower is which flower? It is bisexual flower, So male as well as female, both sexual organs which are present on single individual. So this is actually ovary. Ovary is containing ovules and style and stigma. And here anthers. The flower is like, so this is bisexual flower. Bisexual flower we can call as bisexual plant. So this is sexuality in different of organisms. Algae, Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, gymnosperms as well as angiosperms. And one more exception is here, one best point in Polysiphonia, which is can belong to red algae, So in this case, male sexual organs you can call as antheridium. The male sexual organ we can call as antheridium. Female sexual organs we can call as carpagonium. Right? Male sexual organs we can call as what? Antheridium. And female sexual organs we can call as what? Carpagonium. So from antheridium, antheriozoites which are motile, and carpagonium which are formed from egg cells which are non-motile, right? So this is actually different diverse of sexual organisms in the plants. In case of animals we can choose. One is what? Generally if you choose for example cockroach. In case of cockroach, generally the sexuality is what? It is unisexuality. Right? So male cockroach and female cockroach you can going to separate. And for example in a earthworm, in case of earthworm, here it is bisexual. In this case, male sexual organs and female sexual organs both are present in one single individual. That we can call as what? Hermaphrodite, nothing but bisexual, right? Next, cell division during the gamete formation. Cell division during gamete formation. So generally gametes are which in condition? Generally gametes are haploid in condition, right? So these haploid gametes which are coming from either haploid plant as well as diploid plant also. Haploid plants we can call as gametophyte, diploid plants we can call as a sporophyte. The first point, generally most cases, gametes are which are in condition? Haploid in condition. Haploid in condition. Next points. So generally these gametes are coming from, coming from either haploid individual, either haploid organisms or diploid organism, right? Haploid organism means what? Which are always single, only not pair of chromosomes, single chromosomes are present. Diploid organisms are always pair of the chromosomes always pair in condition, that are diploid organisms. Haploid organisms we can call as what? Gametophyte. Diploid organisms we can call as what? Sporophyte. Right. Our topic is what? Cell division during the gamete formation. During the gamete formation, which division takes place? Either mitosis or meiosis. So generally meiotic division takes place, but you can see it is not always true, because in some of the individuals gametes also be formed with the help of mitotic division also. So that's why the statement is always not true. So generally gametes are formed through meiotic division. Generally gametes are formed through meiotic division, right? But in some case gametes also form through mitosis division also. Can you see, for example, here the organisms which are some of gametophytes. Which are gametophytes? The gametophytes, for example, bryophyte, it is a haploid in condition. Algae are gametophyte, fungi are gametophyte, bacteria also be gametophyte. Algae, fungi, bryophyta, bacteria, these all are. So in this case what happened? The plant body is already haploid in condition. Gametophyte which is undergoes mitosis division and produce gametes. So these gametes are which in condition? Haploid in condition. Next, sporophytes. Next what? Sporophytes are which in condition? Diploid. Meiotic division is occurred in special type of cells, that is we can call as myocytes. In sporophyte, myocyte cells which are also be diploid in condition. The myocyte cells which are undergoes meiosis divisions and produce gametes, which are also haploid in condition, right? Next, so at the last you can see the telling that the gametes which are formed through mitosis division as well as meiosis division, with the help of mitosis division in gametophyte, with the help of meiosis division in sporophyte. Now the question is here, that meiotic division is never takes place in haploid organism. The meiotic division is never takes place in haploid organism. No, the meiotic division also takes place in a haploid organism during their life cycle. In the 11th class, in the chapter number 3, we had been discussed regarding haplobiontic life cycle, diplobiontic life cycle. In that, haploid living organisms also perform meiotic division. The meiotic division is occurred after the formation of zygote. After the formation of zygote. Let's see the cycle. For example, the organisms are algae. Example is Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas. Or for example, Volvox. Chlamydomonas as well as Volvox. So these organisms are what? These are gametophytes. These are gametophyte. Which in condition? Haploid in condition. So these gametophyte which are going to produce gametes, maybe isogametes or heterogametes. Here one is male gamete, one is male gamete, one is female gamete, right? Both are going to fuse. Both are going to fuse. So this male gamete as well as female gamete both are formed with the help of mitosis division. With the help of mitosis division. The fusion of male and female gamete is called as what? Syngamy. Called as syngamy. Now form which is formed? Zygote is formed. Zygote is 2n in condition. Zygote is 2n in condition. Now this zygote which is undergoes meiosis division. Here one cell going to divide into 2 cells. 2 again divide, produce 4 cells. So these are which meiospores are formed. Now these meiospores which are going to directly become germinate as again gametophyte, right? So here the statement is what? Here in haploid organisms also be meiotic division takes place, but meiotic division is not takes place before the formation of gamete, which takes place after the fertilization, after the formation of zygote, right? So the statement where you have to focus, gametes form due to the mitotic division. Next, the zygote is undergoes meiotic division and produce haploid plant, right? Next case, in sporophyte what happens? In sporophyte here, in sporophyte which is already diploid in condition, right? You know already the sporophyte which is going to produce like sexual organs. One is male sexual organ, one is female sexual organ. The male sexual organ, for example, anther in case of angiosperm. The female sexual organs are like gynoecium. It is going to produce egg cell, which is going to produce pollen grain. Pollen grain. So here egg cells as well as pollen grains both are formed due to meiosis division. Now the pollen grain as well as egg cells are both are fused, such we can call as fertilization. Such we can call as what? Fertilization. After fertilization which is formed? Zygote is formed. The zygote which is undergoes mitosis division and produce embryo to seed. The seed is germinate and become as sporophyte. So this is actually representation of life cycle where you have to focus mainly where mitosis division is occurred, where meiotic division is occurred. The meiotic division takes place before the formation of gamete or after the formation of gamete, that you have to focus, right? Where does meiotic division takes place? Meiotic division takes place always in special cells. The meiotic division occurring cells we can call as meiocyte cells. The meiocyte cells which are undergoes a meiosis division and produce haploid cells. That haploid cells we can call as what? Gamete. Meiocytes are always diploid in condition. Gametes are always haploid in condition. Right? The point is meiosis division. Meiosis division which is occurred in meiocyte cell. That cells we can call as meiocyte. Meiocyte cells are which in condition? Diploid in condition. General statement. Next, in the case of angiosperms, where does meiotic division takes place in angiosperms, flowering plants? In that, first some of the vegetative cells is going to become as special cells we can call as sporogenous tissues. So these sporogenous tissues are going to differentiate and become as macrospore mother cells and megaspore mother cells. In angiosperms, meiotic division is takes place in microspore mother cell or megaspore mother cells. Right? Second point here, in angiosperms, right, for some of the vegetative cells is going to become as sporogenous tissue. Now these sporogenous tissues which are going to become as microspore mother cell, we can call as MMC, microspore mother cell. And next megaspore mother cells. So these MMC cells, macrospore mother cells as well as megaspore mother cells, which are also diploid in condition, right? Now these cells are undergoes a meiotic division. These cells are undergoes a meiosis division to produce gametes. So you know already gametes are which in condition? Haploid in condition. So haploid means what beta? Haploid means here it consists of only one single chromosomes. They are not consist homologous chromosomes. For example, meiocytes which are consist like a pair of chromosomes. So this is centromere, this is one pair. So this is homologous chromosomes. Right? After meiotic division, so the actual we can call it, this is what? 2n. Now meiosis division takes place. Takes place to form haploid cells. So this is one cell haploid and this is one cell haploid. The formation of cells we can call as what? Gamete cells. So here in NCERT one small list is given, different organisms and different meiocytes as well as gamete number is given. And here housefly. In housefly, meiocyte which are 2n condition, meiotic division is occurred to form haploid cells we can call as gamete cells. Right? In housefly, 2n number is 12. Somatic cells are containing 12, gametes are containing 6. A rat, meiocyte number is 42, gamete number is 21. And dog, meiocyte number is 44, gamete number is 37. And cat is 38, somatic cells, nothing but meiocyte cells, gamete cells are 19. Next, fruit fly is, which is least number of the chromosomes. Meiocyte is containing 8 chromosomes, gametes are containing only 4 chromosomes. Next here, Ophioglasm, highest number of the chromosomes. Highest number of the chromosomes we can notice in Ophioglasm. The gamete is containing nearly 630 chromosomes. If gamete number is 630, what is the somatic number? Nothing but meiocyte number is 1260 chromosomes are noticed. In which plant? Ophioglasm plant. Highest number of the chromosomes. Next, apple number is 34, gamete number is what? 17. And rice number is 24 is given, diploid, haploid is 12. And humans are 46 chromosomes, in haploid is containing 23 chromosomes. Mate is given 20, haploid is containing only 10. Potato, gamete number is given 24 and diploid is containing 48. And butterfly is containing 380 and gametes are containing 190. Next, onion. So here in some books he is given actually 32 here is given and 16 here is given. That is old content. Now we have to follow updated NCERT information. According to the updated NCERT information, the total number of chromosomes in the onion is only 16. Either it is root, shoot, leaf or flower. The gametes are containing how many chromosomes? 8 chromosomes. Next, garden pea plant, which is belong to Fabaceae family, so which is containing 14 chromosomes in meiocytes. In the gamete cells, they are containing how many? 7. Like Drosophila, which is containing only 4 chromosomes. Gametes are containing 2 chromosomes, right? So this is actually the complete information regarding cell division during the gamete formation, right? So thank you all of you.